I want to explain a 3M product, but 3M's not the only one that makes this type of product. This is a translucent PVC film. This is the 3M IJ3630. And this is a very well-known translucent film. These are used in acrylic face light boxes. So you have a big light box, you have an acrylic face, you print on the translucent film, you mount the translucent film to the light box, you turn on the lights, it looks great. I built this myself on a Latex 365. I ran it at 20 pass with a high ink load. My guess would be at least 200%, maybe even more. I'm treating this like a true backlit, because that's what it is. Once that light box goes on, you need to have more ink on this so that the light goes on and it looks saturated. Many companies make a product like this. Avery does, Oracal does. What you want to consider is how much ink is there. Now there's a little bit of a problem. This isn't on the media locator. Sorry, I'm working on it. But for the time being, there's not a good solution. You can go to vinyl and choose the default backlit vinyl, but I've had a lot of people say, it doesn't look very impressive. I'm not getting the results that I want by choosing that generic default. I hear you. There's a couple other choices. Normally what you would do is go to the media locator and you would search under the term translucent. That should keyword you to one of these medias. Unfortunately, there's nothing there when you search translucent, and that's too bad. So I've searched the media locator, and I found a few products that you might be able to use in surrogate until this is on the media locator. One of them is by Rit Rama, and it's a frosted glass. It's like a frosted film, and I believe the settings there are for 185% density. There's also two dry tack products, and they are a clear. I believe it is the Spot On. Those, I believe, are 200%. Those may actually apply to this pretty well, because that clear is being treated just like a backlit when you put it in a window. And by downloading that, you can use that preset for this, and it should look pretty decent. That was built in sort of the same mentality as this. Now, you may have slight differences in the white point and a lot of other things, and this is a translucent film versus a clear film, but it's still utilizing that high density signature. Now, hopefully we can get this 3M product up on the media locator as soon as possible, and then you should be able to use that for the 3M products, and then really for other similar products. It's not going to match as perfectly as the 3M would, but it's still going to be a much better solution than using the generic defaults. Keep in mind with backlit or any of this translucent film or window film, all of that has some degree of light behind it. Whether it's coming through from a window or whether it's coming through from a true light box, you're still projecting light through, and so you need to put more ink down. For me, anything that's going to be translucent at a minimum starts at 150% density. I'd probably start more with 170, 185, because that's really where I'm going to get enough traction on the media. If I can get to 200, that's almost ideal. And then you can even go higher. But you're going to have to slow it down if you go higher. It has been my experience, particularly with most of these translucent vinyls, they perform very well. You can put a pretty good size ink load onto them, and they're not going to buckle and warp. This 3M product in particular is very good. So when I hang this image into a light box, or I put it in there, it looks fantastic. So this is a translucent vinyl. I'm offering a couple workaround tricks until we get something truly on the media locator. This is the 3M 3630. They do work very well on the latex printers. There's sort of a dearth of presets that support this particular application, but we're working as diligently as we can on that. Thank you for your patience. Hopefully those workarounds will get you through, and then hopefully we'll have this as well as products from Aurifol and Avery on the locator as soon as possible.